Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the end of our DPL Winter Open. I am Zombie Bacon, and I am here with Tetra. Unfortunately, how are you doing, Tetra?
Hello, I'm Stuffed Shark.
You are not Stuff Shark. You are now. Uh, we had some personal issues come up with Stuff Shark, so Tetra will be joining me today as my co-caster. But anyway, let's get into the action. Right now, we're going to see our third place match to see who will take that low rung on the podium today. If it'll be the base department or Rise. Unfortunately, no FFs today. Rise was able to actually get five together, so we're all good to go. Can't wait to see the action happen. What are you thinking for this match, Tetra?
TBD. We all know that
Easily.
Rise is they're they're a team, I guess. They're there. They're not the best in the world, but they might give a couple of rounds. They might get a couple of rounds off from TBD. But I feel like it's mainly going to be in TBD's favor. We're probably going to see game one go to TBD, game two potentially maybe go to a tie, maybe go to Rise. But I think in the end it's going to come down to TBD getting game three.
It's an interesting thought. I would generally agree with you, but after seeing TBD's performance yesterday against sort of the hyper aggression of Yakuza, I'm a little shaken. I will say I still think TBD will come out on top, but I think Rise have the potential here to actually put on a very good showing, and really I think it'll be closer than a lot of people think. I'm particularly looking at players like Merchant. I think as much as I meme on Merchant and everything, I do think he can really pull out those plays sometimes that are going to need to come out here from Rise in order to be able to take any of the games today.
Yeah. I mean, Merchant does just complain a lot, so we might see him just like die once with a tub and get tilted to to another planet and then, play poorly. But who knows?
We will see, we will see. But either way, we are getting into the first match here. Really excited actually because we have, of course, I'm sure everyone knows the new update, customization, and bank today. And what a better way to start out this match than actually on a bank, Infernal Vox here. Um, Really interesting map was one of I remember playing this in Cadet Branch. A lot of fun to play just because of the options that you can take here. I'm personally a really big fan of the vent entrances. They just feel really cool. Um, and honestly, on this particular map, the green loans here is not a bad take. However, I think Rise are going for probably the most aggressive take you can, which is directly into accounting, opting to actually secure the vault and then fight towards button versus having to fight into that accounting, which I think is the right play here, just because of how fortified that accounting is. Really gives them a lot of options in terms of the base department playing off those anti flashes and everything. We do see Rise going for a 4-1 split, really, really focusing on that accounting, and I think we're going to see Digital Doctor go through those loans, I believe.
Yeah, it seems like a 3-1-1 split that's come
Yeah,
out here
switching
now.
it up. Switching up, but definitely utilizing both sides of the vents. I do like that because I've had a lot of issues with taking only one vent where they tend, if I get a defender like right under me, never goes well. However, but by taking these sight lines, they've been really well placed to be able to really cover each other well. Not so much in the accounting, but by taking it, we do see these sight lines drawn out. And unfortunately, on this door right here, we're going to see in that vent going to drop directly onto a barb that can probably um, put at least a little bit of a hold on any sort of push that's going to happen there as we get into the round here as Rise make their way towards their entrances.
Yeah, we see Digi going up to that lone spot, like you said. You see him, maybe a late push from one of the other Rise members. But yeah, it seems like Merchant has to rotate here. He's been told to go to that loans with Digi, and the door charge comes out. Sam, Pistage, and Ra all heading into accounting through these vents. Rev, Maki, Kuka, they all know that they are around. But will they able to stop the push here? The vents get destroyed. And some shots come out. Rev with the knack, able to deal a lot of damage onto Pitch and get the kill. A lovely molly as well coming out. On the other side of the map, though, we've got Digi and Merchant pushing in, but sorry, I've gone to the wrong side of the map. Revenant getting a kill on Ra there. and it's Sam left alone in those red vents. Merchant
Ooh.
not able to take out Amerta and getting taken out. Kuko, sorry, able to take out Sam. A great counting. It's down to Digi. He's not able to do anything, and Amerta takes him out for the double kill. Rev as well with the double. And it's 1-0 to TBD, first round in.
Yeah, what we saw there is really what makes the vents very difficult. Is that really that exit we saw Raw get a great flash onto Rev there, and then the vent just slowed him down just enough to where Rev was able to recover from the flash, and then just absolutely mow him down with that knack. A lot of those dynamics are really what makes Bank so interesting, in my opinion, to play. It's definitely become easily one of my favorite tile sets. However, getting those nuances is a little bit harder. I think generally what we see on that map is teams opt to actually fight towards accounting just because your entrance will be a lot easier. We see a lot of teams like to take that front sort of lobby door, pushing to that button very fast, lots of flashes, and then just taking your time, securing that side of the map, and then pushing over and sort of applying the vice grips to the temples of the defenders there and really just squeezing out everything they can. But now we're on to the other post-update map, Pure Liberty Dome. Dome, another favorite of mine, and now this is where I think Rise has a really good chance to take this map. I think Bank is one of those where we haven't quite settled in how to play it yet. If I can throw us back to, I believe it was actually the end of Season 2 in the finals when Dome just came out, a lot of people still learning the interactions. For example, like on these jungles, you can't wall charge out of these because those are not considered walls. They are just props on these sort of ruins tablets here. So I remember BTG famously bungled that with a wall charge because they just didn't know the map was new. And I think we'll see a Bank meta sort of come into fruition here now. Rise should feel a lot more comfortable with this. Going actually, I believe, for a beach take here, that's what it looks like. Do you see that smoke coming out there from Pista is going to block off both of those sight lines? However, I think what they really need to be worried about is up here. We do see the warning marker placed out. Really good to be wary of that, but I think you can really avoid most of that by just taking this northern side and pushing up through beach that way, as well as just sort of avoiding a lot of the sight lines on these windows. Makim is bringing out the mop here, looking for some aggressive plays, and Omerta going to be playing shot caller here in observations, just gathering that information. Chrome Trigger actually bringing an AP on this map. Really interesting to see that.
Yeah, we potentially will see Chrome defending this this beach kick. But it seems like we've got almost a full push. Yeah, they've brought no door charge. It's going to be a full beach push. Sam trying to get some intel there in jungle with the windows. And Maki taking a shot. Isn't able to connect with anyone. And they have got this beach up. Kuko with some shots. He's able to deal a lot of damage to Merchant, but Merchant is able to take him out. Merchant almost 1 HP there. And they're still just on this beach. They're not pushing up that much. TBD are able to just rebalance and just gain the advantage back. Maki taking another shot, is able to hit Digi, I believe. And Emerger is able to take out Merchant. Maki with another shot, misses sadly. Chrome with the AP though.
Looming. Sort of Damocles down there in pit, just make play. Omerta goes, bungles the molly.
Rev here with the AK, able to take out one. Sam trades, and Chrome's able to take out Fish with the AP. Maki with a lovely shot into Sam, and it's down to Digi with the Saber. Less than half HP. And Maki with an LS shot, taking out Digi, making it 2-0 to TBD.
Yeah, fantastic shot there. Actually, want to point out the economy there on Digi. Digi did have a frag, which I think he's going to be able to save there, actually. Kind of smart keeping that frag on your Saber there because you know Saber's going to be staying in that beach. Not going to forfeit that over. I think, however, might have been a little bit more useful on one of their frontline players to at least have chucked to get a kill somewhere for a little bit of area control. There weren't many barbs there. And personally, nor would I be expecting any. But, you know, really great try there from Rise, but just TBD coming in strong on those defense rounds.
Yeah, we might see a different outcome on attack, but for now, it's looking good for TBD.
Absolutely. Now, Earnest Blood, our C-store today, kind of back to tradition here. We have a wonderful storefront bomb, classic, kind of boring. Wall charge would be great here. However, we do know that Rise have a double charge. Personally, what I'd really like to see is, as we see, Revenant's already marked out this arcade push. This arcade push is so strong. Um, Even though there's only one DDR machine, there's only one, but that power button is really compensates for everything else. Uh, so as we see again, Rise going for that split push, I think they might actually be going for a three-way push. Little confused on that on my part, but definitely arcade take is very strong. Whether or not they want to go power is different. I think it's great because uh, I'm not a fan of the shed green doors, and as we see, not a green door. Um, this shed just telegraphs so much. It's like, yes, you do have options here, whether you want to go office or teller, but it doesn't make sense because what this does right here is by kicking that door, you just open yourself up to wall bangs and everything. And I'm not a fan of these shed green doors. I do like it if there is a shed before a charge. And looks like actually, no, we are going to get a push into freezer from Rise here, opting not to actually take that arcade. I'm not sure how that's going to work out for them, but perhaps by going a little bit more creatively here and pushing probably into that teller, I'm assuming from bathroom. Gonna see how that works for them. Omerta playing very aggressively. Chrome Sugar on his favorite gun ever, the auto shotty. As we see Kuko actually playing outside in that green door looking for some early picks. Another reason I'm not a huge fan.
Well, Rise are coming out here. We've got Ra on the top, and all of the rest of Rise on the bottom side. We'll see what they can do. The wall shot goes out. Murta's ready. Rev as well has got the holes and teller to deal some damage if possible. Pissage pushes into Freezer. He's alone. Will Mack be able to get a shot through the door here? Ooh, but Merchant's able to spray down. Big fight is going in storefront, and Sam is down to 1 HP. Same with Omerta. Pissage and Merchant have pushed into Freezer, and Ra is still up at the top of the map. Nade goes down, not getting any barbs. Pissage pushing up. And Revenant takes out Merchant with a lovely molly there. Ra's in the back. He's able to take out Mackie. Digi takes out Rev. And Chrome takes out Sam. A lot's going on here on different sides of the map. Chrome with the AK now. Digi is able to take him out. It's down to Kuko. Lost alive. The Knack isn't able to do anything. And Ra takes him out.
Man, Ra taking his time with his shotgun shots, taking a little while to find their marks, but you know, not being able to warm up can really, you know, have its effect on this first game. But really, I think that long play there from Ra, where he just went into that shed, ended up working really well for Rise there. I think Ra really put a lot of pressure in the right places and sort of discombobulated TBD there in the ways they needed to get it done. And Digital also finding 2 kills there. Really good to see that Digital Doctor is not just a Saber man.
Yeah, I believe that the top green though was actually a blue door, but it was marked green on the map. So I think Mackie got caught off guard there.
Yeah, that definitely seemed to be what happened. And also, Mackie getting a little confident there, taking that mop on the C-store. You know, just mixing it up a little bit, trying to go for some big plays. Was able to get some shots and do some damage to like Merchant, but not able to secure any kills. And I think that kind of bungled him just a little bit. Now, going on to Infernal Locks here, we're seeing a very different setup coming out from Rise. As we see, instead of going for the aggressive barb that TBD had here in accounting, actually a lot more conservative, actually wanting it in the vault, and I'm assuming going to be wanting to hold from vault. Now, actually just moving it, but what I was about to say is these vaults are really actually easy to hold. There's kind of the classic trope of like, particularly on kill houses, where it's like, I'm a new player, I'm going to play in the vault. Generally just sucks. Don't do it. But on these bank vaults, particularly with sort of these safety deposit walls, you have a lot more actual ability to play around vault versus it being just sort of an open square with a bomb. And I like that kind of variety. Moving on from that, I do want to touch on this northern barb here from Digital Doctor. I don't think particularly that it's going to do much, but this is where we see a lot of the innovation coming in with these newer maps. So this barb here will actually slow your drop even more than it already is. So you are having to crouch through those vent doors, so you're already decently slow. Um, but you know, compiling that on top of a barb, gonna be just sluggish through there, and then putting a molly on there is basically almost a guaranteed death. They are going to have to be careful because I don't think TBD is actually going to go there. They're going to go for the northwestern side angle, so that way they actually get a better fighting angle out of there, as we see marked out. And here we do see a 4-man entrance here from TBD.
Yeah, we'll see if that barb from Digi does anything. But they have just blown up entrance there. Not seeing much action yet. They're sort of just waiting for smokes to drop, and Ra is almost smoked off. I believe he has a line of sight, though. And he's able to deal just a bit of damage onto Mackie. But he's getting flushed out by Chrome here, and he dies to Mackie. The vault is already open. Rev is heading through those top vents, and we'll see what TBD can do here. All of Rise are on this left side of the map. Emerta trying to get some wallbangs down onto Digi. Able to hit a couple, potentially. Rev kicks the door into managers. Not seeing much. A great molly comes out, though, slowing down the TBD push. Kuko is still alone on this security. Thinks that someone's just on the other side of the door waiting for him. And Digi's able to take out 2. Is he able to get a 3rd? Not. Nomads takes out both Digi and Sam, and it's down to a 3v2. Kuko from the other side is able to take out Pistage, and it's down to Merchant. The delayed push from Kuko. Merchant with the knack, though. This could be devastating in Vault. He doesn't have a barb to play off, but we'll see what he can do. A nade. Rev has a nade on him, so we'll see if he chucks that at Merchant. Rev going first in here. Flash goes out. Merchant is ready. He's able to take out 1, but he isn't able to get a 2nd, and it's 3-2 to TBD.
I mean, but that's exactly what I talked about. I think was Rise's issue on their attack here. So once TBD took that button, they still had a minute and a half to take the entirety of this map, and as we saw, it really worked out for them. They were able to take their time. Some, missteps here in manager take, but Kuko just sitting outside of security there, able to apply that pressure at the very last minute there to find that kill on Pistage, taking it to a 3v1, and Revenant saving the nade. Really spectacular, just a spectacular plan and execution there from TBD.
Yeah. Well, it's almost going to my predictions. We're seeing TBD sort of dominating at the moment.
Absolutely. I think Rise definitely is the possibility here. It seems like a lot of it's coming down to these gunfights, and I think some of that might be is Rise had to wait on some players to get up. So I'm not so sure that the entire Rise roster is warmed up, but I still have faith in Rise. I want to say that I think Rise is going to be able to bring this back in at least the next game and probably the later half of this game. But right now, you're right. It's looking like a 1-3 TBD up, absolutely dominating. Just fantastic all around. Now, going into Pure Liberty, looking like TBD wants to take those observations. I like that a lot. Gaining the info from obs here is really important, particularly on this map. Including, we saw a lot of pressure actually come down from these ruins here onto Rise as they made that push. They were able to sort of balance that out by taking this portion of the map here by going up close on that water and sort of sneaking around, but they did still lose at least 1 or 2 people there. Not only from a swing from Revenant on these stairs, which is super strong, but also just from Emerta playing up here, which is also a huge angle that gives you tons of leverage on this base area for any fights that could be happening. They have a nade called out here for a barb that I don't think is going to be there, and it seems like Rise are actually more prepared for a pit push. Not too sure why. This pit isn't particularly good in my opinion, and normally people would take it despite power being right here. You have to fight through too much, I think, and it's too easy to collapse upon just with these 2 green doors the way they are. We do see Sam shooting out a lot of these obs windows, which is great. We talk about that all the time. I never stop talking about it when we see obs, but it's like it's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, the power that you gain from mobs, if you take it over, it's immense. Really, you've got so much control and knowledge that you wouldn't have without it. It's a great spot to push. And that door charge on Obs goes out. A great molly there from Sam, though. Able to push them back. Potentially a late barb coming out from Sam. Digi able to get a shot onto Mackie, I believe. Wonderful shot. Nade goes out. Oh, that wasn't the nade, sorry. My bad. That was a flash. Another flash goes out. And Merchant and Chrome pushing up. Digi with another shot for more. Not able to tag anyone. Chrome in a fight with Sam. Seems like Sam has the advantage here. Another shot from Digi, able to hit Revenant. The nade goes out. Barb gets destroyed. But while that Barb's getting destroyed, Kuka and Mackie are on beach. They might be able to take out Sam, Digi, and Merchant here. We're in a stalemate situation here. They're just sort of waiting for each other to push. Merchant in water. Sam able to take out Rev. Kuka able to take out Merchant. And Sam's able to take out 2 in Obs. Merchant takes out Sam, though. It's a 3v3. TBD, low HP, though.
3v2.
Oh, 3v2. Kuka's able to take out Digi. The morph goes down. Ra.
3v1.
Kuko. Pistage in the 1v3, 1v2 now. Pistage just literally needs to breathe on these last 2 players, and he'll be able to kill them. This is going to be a close round. Mercer just touching the bomb, pickling it. Giving it some nice compliments. But we see Mackie with the saber. Able to deal, I think, a bit of damage to Pistage. And Mackie taking out Pistage while he pushes Pit. I don't really know what Pistage was doing there. He probably just could have played bomb in Pit.
I mean, I think Pistage there had to make a call. He knew they were both low, probably got it called out by his team, and said, you know what? It's now or never. He runs into it. Mackie, unfortunately, had just enough time to set up with a saber there and snag that last kill. But Kuko with the 3K is basically all that mattered. Really, once he shut down Digital, I think it was just done because Pistage or Ra should have pushed through base, in my opinion, and could have just been shooting him in the back, but instead deciding to take the fight from the same door, making TBD's life much easier.
Yeah, you know, some people are like, "Oh, Kuko's a sniper. Kuko's a sniper." But as we've seen, you know, he can kill on the Black Tar.
Well, yeah, and I mean, but that's the thing though. Blacktar is kind of a mini sniper, particularly now that it's been with gunplay with the new gunplay, and I say new, it's been out for quite a while now. But with that fix of the Blacktar, it's really become such a better weapon. It's really usable now, and actually, I think in some cases, I will say some, better than the AP. Not most, but some. It has definitely. Whereas before it was like, I can't take a shotgun here. I don't want to take an AP. I'll just take the Black Tar. Now there's definitely a role of sort of those medium ranges where AP still works, but starts to get a little unwieldy with that recoil. That Black Tar just fills perfectly.
Yeah, it was kind of the black sheep of due process at one point, and then the suppressor came to it, and it's become viable.
Yeah, absolutely, and not only the suppressor, but the recoil changes, I think, were huge for that. And oh no, Rise absolutely calling out the wrong plan here. TBD, I like this. I like this a lot. So we see Rise absolutely set up for a hard storefront take, dedicating 3 barbs that they have so much. They have saved so much economy here for kind of no reason in some ways. So they have 2 barbs here on each of the green doors. TBD expecting one on this shed door. I personally would expect that more rather than these 2 tellers. And I just hope, I'm expecting Rise not to place the center of the barbs on the outside here, is to give those away for free. But 3 barbs essentially going to waste down on the south side here. And then this wall charge in a teller, I like this a lot. Free that up. I'm sure maybe someone, probably Mackie Moose, with that saber might be stuck down here, just sort of clean up detail. You don't have as many long angles that you can really take, but really all you need to clear if you're going that storefront. Actually, Omerta going down storefront right now for some reason, probably to fake out the clack. Yeah, we do see that. They're using their 2 clackers here.
Yeah, well, we see... Oh, Revenant's already in there, getting the kill on Sam.
Oh my god, it was so fast.
Yeah, there's no shed door, and Ra bangs through that bathroom door. The water comes out. Ra is not expecting it.
Next.
And takes out Ra. Digi with the trade there. Digi pushing Chrome, able to take him out. That leaves Kuko lost life. The storefront is open though. They weren't able to close it in time. Mackie and Amerta are just scuffling through there. Amerta in a fight against Vicious and Digi, but Kuko's coming from behind. Is he able to take out both? He's able to take out both, and that's the round once again for TBD. 4-1.
Man, that just seemed like Rise there. Got too focused on Omerta and Mackie coming in through the storefront. They completely forgot about Kuko, who just kind of chilling here for, you know, I'm sure expecting some sort of rotate out by Rise that just never came. He made the call like, okay, I'm going to take this. Kills Pistage, follows up with the frag on Digi, and Mackie killing Kuko. Classic 1-5, and man, TBD are just absolutely tearing through Rise at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
You gotta have hope, man. You gotta have hope, but you know.
It was the only because they forfeited yesterday. Like,
Only because they forfeited.
If you can't get enough people, then you know you're not gonna have a chance. Like, you need to have consistent people playing, otherwise there's no practice and there's no like chance that you're going to be able to beat the people that are better than you.
Remind me, how consistent are you at playing Tetra?
Very consistently bad.
You
I'm
know,
consistent.
I like to think the same way. I'm consistent. You know, everything I do is calculated. I just really suck at math. Now, moving in here, Infernal Tower, another one of our wonderful banks here. We're seeing a lot of banks lately. Not that that's a bad thing, just a lot of banks. Button really seems like the easily defensible position here, just because play long off here, anti-flash into Teller if you really need to, but just stare in the corner. And that seems to be what Rise is going for. I'm sure Merchant's going to be playing here with an auto shotty or something. Double barbs, A+ placement, you know, textbook. And again, going for this barb here, I like this barb because you generate value not only from this screen entrance, but also more importantly in the security, I feel. However, my issue with this is you're putting all your eggs into one basket that's really a 50-50, and the gambler in me just tells me that's not great odds. That's not something I'm comfortable using something as valuable as a barb to just like throw it at that with. Personally, I'd almost rather throw that barb somewhere in accounting here, just because then you can play it a little more effectively, maybe even under this window or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. I think I need to see more teams play on bank, but not a huge fan of that. We do see Merchant taking the KR into that bathroom. Pistons playing accounting. Like to see it. But TBD getting ready here for that green take. Might actually be taking loans, which will do a lot of damage here. Sam with the knack, playing bottom towards Teller, and Ra to Sun God taking that Ingmar in lobby. Really expecting something from him here. He can do a lot of damage, particularly on this cross if he plays it right.
Well, yeah, we see Omerta on that ramp. You know, not the best place to place door charges. It's a bit tricky. You have to actually go round. But the door charge comes out. Rev with a great smoke there, blocking off that explosion doorway. And we see a flash coming out from Chrome. Omerta and Chrome pushing up fast. Sam pushing back. Oh, but Chrome is stuck between two mollies. He's stuck between two mollies in a hard place. We see Merchant. I believe Sam is shooting at Merchant, and he's shooting back. So Sam is now low HP. And Sam goes down to Chrome. Chrome taking out Ra as well. Pistage. Able to take out Revenant with, I believe, a molly. A deep molly going into the vents. Vault has been opened though. Merchant stuck in this bathroom. Not the place you want to be stuck. Especially if you're Merchant.
What does that mean?
We see Merchant take out Chrome. And it's a 3v3. Pistage. With the Gruber. Oh, but Mackie taking out Merchant. Kuko taking out Pistage, and it's down to Digi with a Gruber SD.
Digi making his way in that vault. Kuko, the only flash right now, picking up a frag from outside. TBD here, closing in on Digi.
The kick out from Mackie. Digi with the SD. He's able to take out one. He's able to get another two. He's able to get another one. It's down to 1v1. Kuko versus Digi.
Flash him,
The nade
Kuko.
goes out. Oh, but Digi's able to take him out. Digi with the clutch coming in. Oh, 1v3 clutch. And it's 5-2 for TBD. Rise aims to get another round though.
Yeah, I mean, Digi with an insane 3k clutch. I think really what that came down to is I think TBD just wasted too much time with Merchant in the bathroom. Gonna gloss over your Merchant in the bathroom statement there. Oh, not so sure I want to know what that's about, Tetra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, going forward though, I mean, that's why I have faith in Rises. You know, every once in a while you see the glimmer of something there. That's just insane. I don't know why they just pushed him one at a time there, but still, Digi able to find all 3 of those kills and just great stuff. I do want to give props to Kuko though for throwing that nade before the flash, just because it's like, okay, I'm dedicating that this is time that I cannot push, and I'd rather get rid of this utility. I don't know why he didn't throw a flash earlier, in my opinion, but you know, sometimes it's just like, oh, I'll just take the gunfight, and of course, right now we're in that meta of dry peeking, so I can understand it. But now here we are going on to Eager Omega. Very interesting map. We do have button all the way over here in managers, and then you have to go all the way across the map again. Green take on this map is actually incredibly strong for a number of reasons. You get instant access to that manager, basically just through like a singular door, and coupling that with something like a red take here, where you're going to essentially divert a lot of the tension off of accounting into you. Really, really strong choice. I'm not a fan of the Lone's Red Door personally. I think it gets you in maybe a little faster in the hall, but all in all, I think you can achieve basically similar, if not better, dividends by taking that green right there. Rise, I like the setup. Love this barb here. Great. These vault barbs from Rise are very interesting to me because it seems like these only really work if you plan on losing the button. And I personally don't like that. I think it'd be better for you to plan to be like, okay, we're going to hold the button, but if we lose it, here is our fallback plan. Like, I think that barb would be better placed maybe somewhere like here in Hall. Do that, because once Vault's open, you have to push through Hall, right? So I think a barb here and a barb here are really the better places, and then just playing from this back corner, and maybe someone in bathroom. Not a huge fan of the barb placement there, because also I think it limits your ability to move freely.
Yeah, it's tough to get those end game barbs placed correctly, but we see TBD pushing this entrance Digi with the Gruber. It did a lot of half damage to Rev. He's down to a low HP amount. We see Chrome holding this Teller with the DL. Nothing much happening from both sides. Merchant with the AKM, and Mackie takes him out. A barb goes out to slow down TBD. Will Mackie take some damage here from the Molly? No, he won't. He's able to get out of the area of it. Digi picks up the AKM off of Merchant's body, and Sam. Mackie TK's Kuko, but Mackie is able to take out Sam. Chrome pushing security, while Mackie, Revenant, and Roberta push the button. Digi here, AKM. He isn't able to do anything. They've lost that button, and it's down to 2. Pistage and Ra. They're both. I don't know what Chrome's doing. Chrome's going to go the wrong side. They're going to wait for Chrome and Mackie to get into position before they open up that vault. They have got a nade. No, sorry, they haven't got a nade. There is a barb that's blocking them. Chrome almost died to that Molly. And it comes out Pistage. I don't know what Pistage is doing. Pistage seems to be running into a wall and dies to Chrome. It's down to Ra. Oh, but it's Chrome. Chrome is the only one in the vault. If Ra kills Chrome, this could be GG.
It's done if Ra gets Chrome, but he doesn't.
Chrome able to take out Ra, and that means it is 6-2. It is game point to TBD.
6-2, and scientifically, still a stomp.
Yes.
And man, 6-2. That's a scary take. I mean, look at that kill feed. All attackers, and Mackie with a three-piece if you count Kuko there. Um, man, just domination. It's the only word I can think of for it.
Well, you know, like predictions. I would have put money on TBD, but I haven't. I've put channel points on no one.
Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and say, you know what, I'm not gonna win any points, so I'm
Yeah,
not gonna bet any points.
I have just looked at the predictions. It is 100% to 0 for TBD.
Well then, that's quite the story. That's
Yeah.
you know,
Who's
I like giving Rise credit because they have made it this far. However, this far included a forfeit to Global Breakout yesterday. Um, Rise again, Bard placement kind of questionable in my opinion. Don't know why this is here personally. I don't think you drive any value off of that because by the time they're gonna get to you, they're already be past the barb. I like floating a barb here in pit actually as always. I think that's really strong. Just because it cuts off that castle angle. But this barb only good if you expect a wall charge here, and this being um round 9 definitely could be a possibility. But I like TBD. TBD's plan, just jungle it, go up full Ooga Booga onto the bomb. I actually personally would like a barb here because then you can actually prevent this angle as being something that can be taken close. Because you prevent them from jumping to you because barbs slow you in the air too. Fun fact. But this barb much better on that green door. I like that. Digi looking like he's going to be playing a little aggressive. And Sam up in ruins here with that auto shotty looking to do some work. I'm assuming around that barb. If not, probably going to be playing from this corner. I'm wrong. He's going in jungle. Really wary of that green door. Going back to castle now. Man, they're just mixing it up.
you could just play off of green. Doors are bulletproof in Dome. If you didn't know, the green doors are bulletproof. But it seems like that they brought a wall charge into it. They've got a clacker. I'm not seeing anyone with a wall. Chrome kicks it. And Merchant with a long angle there. Isn't able to deal any damage. Same with Mackie. Nade goes out, getting rid of that Bob. Merchant's bang down. Digi able to delay the push with a great Molotov there. And then it's still just inside and out. Oh, Kuko able to take out Digi though. Merchant not able to do much. Zam with the auto able to take out one, but Mackie trades. Stitch gaining the obs just knowledge that he can gain from it. Merchant still in ruins with the AK. The wall charge goes out. Pistage with that pre-barb to slow down that wall charge. And Chrome and Kuko have gone pit. We'll see a split push here. Mack and Amerta pushing obs. Kuko and Chrome pushing obs. Two flashes come out. Raz gonna be stuck behind bomb there. And Pistage and Merchant are offside. They can't do anything. Kuko takes out both of them with a lovely push there.
4K though, the 4K from Kuko.
Yeah, that's game.
2-7, easy wins.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very one-sided game, like we said. Hopefully, we see some more competition in game 2.
We will see. Hopefully, Rise if we're able to warm up from that. But TBD looking definitely stronger here with Kuko doing a lot of the work, but also every other member certainly finding their stride and able to really deliver some great plays at the end of the day. Now, quickly while we get ready for game 2, we're going to throw to a quick break right now. Please stay tuned. We'll be back more with Rise versus TBD in a few minutes. All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zombie Bacon, and I unfortunately had to fire Tetra for being too British, and I have got the man, the myth, the legend, Stuffed Shark here with me. Finally, how are you doing, Shark?
I'm doing amazing. I wish I was here a little earlier, but a little bit of the times misscheduling there. I ended up being a little bit late. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Of course, Tetra came in like a king, came in, got it all done. Was fired for being British though, which it do be like that sometimes, you know. But still did an amazing job in that first game, and this next game is going to be just as fantastic between these two teams. It was an awesome action-packed round the first game. This next one is going to be just as exciting.
Exactly, and unfortunately, in this economy, just can't afford to be British anymore. Um,
Mm,
but anyway, talking about the game, spectacular 7-2 finish by the base department. Really, just taking it home on Rise, holding a lesson on how to play this game. But I do want to give it to Rise Digital Doctor with a huge 3v1 clutch. Just
ooh,
insane on Bank. And then, some really good rounds coming out from Rise. Really getting close down to that wire. But I think a lot of just sort of macro things not coming together in terms of being able to uh, really close out a lot of these rounds in the optimal way, which is probably them winning. But base department looking spectacular as always. They're just playing the game so well. Particularly, I think Global Breakout and the base department have, in my opinion, probably the best grasp of Bank as it stands. I think they are
mm,
some of the best adjusted teams on how to play that map set competitively.
okay, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and also we got a lot of stuff. We got customization now, so we got
Ooh,
haha, funny teams running around with their custom characters. I know a lot of people have been sort of absolutely rushing to get that stuff unlocked. I believe it was Argo who's reached just over a level 100 already, and I know
wow.
Adaxi and Control have already reached like level 50. I'll be honest, I don't know what level I am because I just try to look. I think my player model right now looks like a Batman villain from the 90s, like
Hey, there's nothing
prime
wrong with that.
henchman material. Yeah, prime henchman material, dude.
Perfect. So, with all that being said, though, who do you think's going to take this next game here?
After game one, I had a lot of faith in Rise going into game one. I wanted to say, Rise is a good team. They definitely can find something here. They still can. I am just becoming my light for them is fading in the sense that I don't
Mm.
think they're going to be able to get that to 6 rounds. I think they can definitely make it a close game, but not entirely sure that they're going to be able to close it out to that 6 round mark.
Okay. And I kind of agree with you there. I think Rice definitely had a little bit of a maybe they're warming up perhaps in the first game, second game they may come back in there, but it definitely looks like for sure the base department is looking pretty strong for a pretty easy finish here. But equally, we could see a bit of a surprise upset from Rise. They had some good plays there, good clutches in that first game, so
Eh,
could go either way. But we'll see what happens.
100%. And if this is any sort of omen, we're starting once again with a bank map, just like we did on that last game. Whole Jackal this time around is our map, and as we see, some really interesting ways to take this. Both green doors end us up in manager. I think we might see Rise do sort of a classic 4-1, 3-1, or no, pardon me, 3-2. I think it looks like they're eyeing this sort of Eastern manager entrance. Personally, not a huge fan. Just because if you go green, you literally have to go through the entire map before you even have a chance of getting to that button. Um, I'm hoping it looks like they're going to go Hall. I like that. I think Hall green take is actually really good here. Entrance very powerful, but I think the tellers just makes this too hard to actually effectively hold, particularly if you have a defender sitting back here. TBD, A plus barb placement. I like this barb here because you don't actually want that barb too close to that window. Here, you're still able to play off of it. Teller barb around the button, great because they're probably going to be wanting to clear you that way. Red door, looks like Ride's going to take that red door into Hall. Triple flash it. Uh, just great stuff. I kind of hope to see someone in bathroom, just because I always like the power of this swing if you couple that with a barb or something. But either way, Kuko playing that spot there. Mackie insecurity. Some good weapon choices. KRM and Ingmar for that lobby fight. Really like to see it.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic early battle here for the first one, at least of the second game here. We do see the attackers now making their way to the entrance here. They're following their scouts, they're keeping it close. So far the defenders are keeping pretty passive too. They're still holding in their spots. Don't make any big plays just yet, although they do breach security. Looks like Macamoose is in a good spot to rotate if they do opt for it, but they have good barbed wire there to block it off. They do take loans as well. This is going for a bit of an early shot there into Teller's. Not going to hit anybody just yet, but Revenant just make his way in there, making this move in there. Going for some shots. Looks like Daddy Sammy trying to shoot through there. Didn't quite get the pick, but meanwhile in the hallway they are pushing up and taking control of these areas here. They do open up the door here on the back side. It looks like there's Dr. battling against Revenant there. Kuko taking some shots as well, but they are still staying alive just for the moment here. Kotrigger though on the flank going for the shot against Pistage. Did get some damage done there, a lot of damage done too, as Merchant is also low on health. They're trying to battle through here against Merchant, but they do manage to escape and push through at the moment. The defenders currently are passive, just holding the main lobby here, waiting to try and find an angle in for the attackers to go through or to block that off in dead in its tracks. So far, it looks like Sam's going to be the first one there. Insecurity trying to push through here. Madeline gets Macamoose. Look at the shot killed. Crushing Revenant. Gets shots as well. There's the Balan Tellers and Chrome Circle get the first kill of this game onto Lava Sun Guy on that flanking side there. Still, oh, another pick from Merchant there onto Omerta on the side. No utility though. It's going to be very, very dangerous push this one. And Macamoose will get that trade on the Merchant, pushing a little too fast there. There's a little bit of cover and security, but they are distracted as Pistage will go for the grenade. A nice flash there through the window into Tellers. And is looking to hold that off at the moment here. Kuko shooting against Pistage, and Kuko will win that battle. Meanwhile, Sam is still on security. Digital Doctor on the flank. Kotrigger could be the surprise factor. Kuko did spot Digital Doctor in that doorway there in Tellers. Kotrigger knows the fast play here with the shotgun. Could be a surprise for Digital Doctor. Oh, it's not going to be the case though. Kuko will get that kill on the Sam on the side there. And Digital Doctor gets the pin on Macamoose. It's a 1v1 here on the outside. Kuko versus Digital Doctor running out of time. 10 seconds remaining. Can Kuko get the kill? He will get it. Securing the round for the base department.
I mean, I just gotta point out though, I mean, such a chaotic round, but I was just mesmerized over here by security because every time an attacker would press the button for the security stall to rotate towards around them, Revenant would go and touch it, and before they could get in, it would close on them, so they couldn't. They were just wasting time there. Just hilarious interaction. I think something to keep in mind for all of our games is that you don't have to enter those security stalls to make them close.
Indeed, it is important to hold that position up, and indeed, it was very effective there. We saw them kind of get stuck in there, and really kind of their plan went dead in the tracks as soon as they couldn't push there into the lobby.
Absolutely, and that Teller push, I would have been, I think maybe if they had one person more on that Teller push might have worked out because Merchant was able to make it all the way through and then just fell through, unfortunately. Now, anyway, Burn Decisive is going to be our C-Store map. Really interesting storefront just because, as we saw Merchant already highlighting on Rise, wall charge in here, instant access to Teller, open the Teller button. But I think Burn Decisive is a great name because if you're able to hold this off, particularly with some mollies, that's all you need. I think you can really effectively fight this Tellers. Now, we do see Barb already coming out there. Might actually end up going closer to the door. Do like to see it. I like this Barb into Freezer because that Freezer door is free. They don't have to kick that. They can just open it. DBD definitely going with a little more of a conservative defense here, kind of the classic take where you say, okay, you know what, I'm expecting to lose this C-Store. It's all good. Now, slightly confused as to what Rise is wanting to do here with power. I'm not expecting them to waste a charge here with that. I think we're probably going to see, if I had to guess, probably a 3-2, or what Rise seems to be liking to do lately is a 4-1, sort of the single lurker and then death ball strat, which works for some teams and certainly has become popular with teams like Global Breakout, where they just rove around and no matter, even if you get a pick, you're about to get instantly traded back, no matter what you do.
Gotcha. And it looks like the defenders are in a pretty good spot too, spreading out across a wide variety of the map here, looking to lock down just about every lane. And now we do see the attackers making their way out into the map here. Looking to push, looking for the hole on the outside here. And a lot of noise though next to Macamoose. He's going to call that out. Marty's in a good spot as well, and Tellers for that push and for that charge. Kuko in a good spot, and Revenant actually rotating up as well with a nice Molotov. Could be a bit of a surprise factor. He gets a good Molotov throw there. A little early, but Pistage! Will go down, just getting barbecued there by Macamoose. As Omerta and Chrome are now rotating back to the bathroom at the backside of Tellers. They're keeping it safe. Kuko battling out against Digital Doctor there, but is able to escape and stay alive here. Oh, but Merchant gets a double kill. Revenant trade as well into Ra the Sun God. Bit of a battle there, and ultimately it looks like the attackers did not win. But from the other side, Merchant from behind will get the surprise kill onto a Murda. We open up the doors there, and Digital Doctor battle against Kuko. Who's going to win this 1v1? Digital Doctor with the rotation outside. It is down to a 2v2 now. Revenant has snuck through, and Fraser is still alive. Kuko very low on health, but it's definitely still in the fight as Merchant now rotates with that grouper. Hiding out for now. Digital Doctor also providing a good support from the outside here. Looking for the shots across to possibly Revenant. But Kuko battling the 1v1 here. Could be 1v2 in a moment here. Right now they're just playing it passive. They have a lot of utility still for the flash against Kuko. Revenant though going for the shots against Merchant. Did not get the kill. Definitely spotted him out. Here comes the flashbang. Revenant getting pushed. He didn't get the kill. It's a question. Kuko gets the support kill onto Kuko, but Digital Doctor gets the trade. It's a 1v1 and the power is off. Digital Doctor with the flank. It is 1v1 Revenant versus Digital Doctor. Digital Doctor low HP. Revenant full health. Neither have utility. It is a straight up gun battle. Who is going to take it? Revenant moves into the tower spot. Digital Doctor is just hiding out for now, looking for information. It's not spotted Revenant just yet, but they are right in line here. Looks like he hears them coming. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Digital Doctor has to make a play. He's going for the big play. Gets the shot. Not the kill. Oh, but Revenant gets that kill. Comes in clutch. Another round for the base department. 2-0.
Revenant with the huge play there. 3K to secure the round. I mean, just fantastic play. Digi very low. And I think I'm not so sure how much Digi could have done there, just with Revenant's positioning and just the health advantage.
Yeah, that was a tough one to try and win on a clutch. He could have gotten a few headshots in there when he was going for the shot across, but I don't think he actually landed those. So maybe if his aim was a little bit better, maybe he would have gotten it, but it was still a long shot, of course. Revenant though had a good spray down, good overall map control as well, rotating and supporting up players as they move around. So gotta give props to Revenant for that one.
So in a really amorphous defense there, I think making the right call, switching over to that teller. But now there is no teller on Kildome USA. Certain Lotus is our map. This one has been in the rotation for quite a bit. Really funky castle here, just with some of the funny stuff you can do with this ramp. You have some great like steep pixel peaks into beach. And then one of my favorite things to do is sit in this corner on these stairs, because you tend not to get checked, and then if you do, you can always run up here. We do see sometimes people standing up here with a mop looking at the beach. I don't think we're going to see that. You know, the thing is here, Rise has to go green if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to be going green. We do see the smoke come out. I like that smoke. They might still take some damage from this side, but the weird thing about this particular beach is this sort of bunker is basically useless, just because if you have this smoke effect and these dragon teeth down there that kind of basically will absorb all your shots. I don't think you can actually see anything down there. We do see TBD looking at that very, very powerful high angle. I like it. Rise already calling out the barb that is going to be right there. Great play. I like this barb onto bomb. TBD just basically holding a masterclass on how to defend here. They have 4 barbs because they only use 2 on the C-store. I like it. They're going to be placing that floating barb that I mentioned earlier, and this is why I like this. So you place the barb on the drawbridge, you close the drawbridge, the barb stays across pit there. Kind of a weird interaction, but definitely something that's sort of fun if you want to mess with some of your friends in some casual games.
That is definitely a little interesting for sure, as they do go mid for the beach breach here.
Ooh, huge
They have a good
damage.
smoke as well. Yeah, that was a huge play there. A lot of damage being done to Sam there, as Merchant gets to pick up onto a Murda from a long shot away. But Kuko, danger close, battling against Merchant. Will Kuko be able to escape? No, he will not. Merchant will get the trade onto Kuko, but Chrome Trigger in position here, going for the battle. Looks like Nike moves up top, trying to get some mop shots across. Did he get any damage done? Looks like not, perhaps. Oh, Chrome Trigger though, big spray down, gets the kill onto a piston to Digital Doctor, and will be able to escape with this life. Picks up the KR actually instead. Going to go for the pit rotation as well, as Sam and Merchant have now pushed up onto the base side here, going for the jungle push for the bomb. Revenant out in that castle, looking to drop the drawbridge down, going for the shot. Oh, Revenant pick up into Ra the Sun God. Merchant going for the trade. Will he get it from behind? Oh, Chrome Trigger comes to support Revenant, but Merchant is still alive, facing a 1v2 odds now. Has just the AP on Merchant. Has some utility, but just uses it to get on the bomb. But we see Chrome Trigger and Revenant now working together. 2 Molotovs on Chrome. Nothing for Revenant, but that's not necessary. Merchant going to go for the play here against Chrome. And Chrome Trigger gets the kill. That's 4 kills for him. And the round for the base department once again, 3-0.
Chrome Trigger actually with 5 kills there, double
Wow.
crossing Revenant at the end for that 5th one.
Well, that's certainly something, that's for sure.
For sure. I mean, just really that opening auto shotty kill there after getting 2 there, just beautiful, beautiful. I will say that's really where I think the base department's strength really lies in their defense is very amorphous as we see. Revenant's taking this fight. He's about to be pushed from one end from that castle door. Chrome comes in, actually takes that fight for Revenant, wins that fight for Revenant, and then they leave together. They're very much sort of this blob that just sort of seems to be able to fill a lot of the holes in their defenses, particularly against a team like Rise right now. But either way, we do know they did unfortunately lose the Yakuza yesterday, but that was a long and hard fought game. I mean, just ridiculously long. So, Hull Jackal back on our bank map. Going to be interesting to see what happens here and how the base department will approach this attack differently than Rise. Again, Rise already expecting that Hall push. I think Hall's kind of the way to go. But actually looks like TBD going to be looking at that manager. Manager kind of one of those places you don't really expect people to take just because of how off it is. I personally wouldn't decide to take it. I think you have to fight through too much. Accounting is so scary to me as an attacker. Just because of sort of the flash deflection that you get from these large walls. Lots of places to hide in, lots of places to sort of deflect those flashbang effects. But actually, we're going to get a 3-person take manager to go entrance. My thing here at the entrance take is this entrance take only works if you flashed from outside right here. Because as we see, Sam here with the leg roast, that is probably one of the most deadly angles. We already see, yep, that high flash coming out immediately, being marked out on the map. I think this is great because by securing Vault first, you're going to avoid a lot of the issues that Rise actually ran into. And it looks like they're actually setting up security for that Hall push. I think they're a little too heavily expecting that. Mackie already kicking the door as they set off the round here.
Yeah, they're going for a bit of an aggressive play here. Could be effective, but equally against Rise, they have had a pretty good luck in their chances, but anything is possible. Anything can happen as we begin to push into the round here and begin as we enter the entrance here. Nice shot from Pistols. They're going to block off the entrance pretty far, but did not get any kills or any damage just done yet. Merchant, though, is still in security, waiting for that push through, as Sam is waiting for that entrance push. Meanwhile, on the backside, we do have Maximus, Omerta, and Revenant there. We're going for the triple stack play here. Pistage will rotate back in position. It is a bit of a split push here. Both teams looking, trying to figure out where they're at, where they're going, as Maximus holds control of manager here. Digital Doctor is waiting on the outside of accounting, though, and Kuka will win against Ra the Sun God. Out in Tellers. He's going to go for the push now against Sam. Will he get the pick? No, he will not. Chrome Trigger battling it out. He will escape, and Merchant through the window there. Gets the pick up onto Chrome Trigger running through. As Kuko is pushed back. Oh, but Kuko gets the kill on the Merchant. Sam going for the play up. Pistage comes in to support Kuko, takes him down. As Maximus comes in from the backside, they do take control of accounting now. Digital Doctor was also taken out there on the push by Revenant. Sam and Pistage, last two alive. It is a 2v2 now. But unfortunately, it looks like Revenant still has his full utility. Maximus, though, still full health on both of the attackers. The defenders a little bit low, but still definitely in the fight by all means. The tough one. Revenant working together with Maximus is a dangerous combination. Do not want anyone to fight against. But Sam is in still a strong spot. He's in that all round. Maximus, though, gets the pick up onto Sam. It's a 1v2 now. Can Pistage come up big on the windows here? They are distracted. This could be the time for Pistage to strike, but it's going to be a little too late. They'll escape past his view, though. Revenant's going to come back in to hold off Tellers. Still not on the bomb just yet, but they now get the vault door open. Looking to run it down. They spot Pistage, try to rotate back out of the way. Here comes the shot, and Revenant will get the kill onto Pistage. That's the round for the base department. Once again, getting a rise after securing the vault. 4-0.
I mean, honestly, great stuff. Doesn't get much better than that. Revenant actually making the call to save his nade, not use it on any of the barbs. I think really, really smart use of utility there.
Yeah, it definitely was a smart play. That he knew that he had the advantage. He could definitely rotate pretty safely and was totally in control, totally relaxed, had it all locked down. Got the support pearl there. It's a fantastic play and a fantastic push to the upper accounting side as well.
Yeah, absolutely 100%. Now, again, I talked about TBD's strength on defense, and they are looking very strong on attack though. Taking quite a few more casualties though than they have been on their defense. Uh, really came down to, um, like you said, that Mackie Revenant Wombo combo, not something you want to go up against, and they really showed why that was.
Indeed. Well, it looks
Now,
like we're now. Ooh, go for
sorry, after you, please.
it. No. So we're now on Operation Burn Decisive. This is the other C-Store map we played previously, and it's a map that's got a pretty interesting storefront to it. This big angle here in the center is one to watch out for, but equally, there's some side pushes in office and possibly a shed breach as well. A couple different options for the attackers here.
Yeah, so like you said, burn decisive, huge angle, and it looks like that's really what TBD is looking at, going for a maybe a double charge. Actually changing their minds. Chrome Trigger, not 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 the IGL for a reason there. Um, I like this. I think a lot of issues here come from taking this. I do. This is a very tempting take, but as we see, already going to be shut down again, just like TBD did to Rise. Now, this barb here, do like that because it counters exactly what Kuko wants to do, which is push through this fridges, take arcade. I don't think take power, but essentially, in my opinion, what you have to do to win this map is sort of crescent moon your way up through here, taking freezer. Freezer is really sort of a game changer just because of Keller. You only have these two small entrances really to fight out of. Freezer, you have a huge line of sight, and it really makes it much more effective as how to be able to play around all of that. Digital Doctor taking the KR, really looking to pop off again here, and Merchant with the auto shotty in that teller. Um, Hoping to make things happen. They are scared of power going out, as we see two flares out. Digi trying to find where to place it, not quite going where he wants it to, but either way, he won't have time to mess with it again because now attackers are on the way.
Indeed, they're staying in position here for the storefront breach. Really standard, but equally, Sam's in a good spot there with Molly as well for the breach. Was it a little late, but actually lands in a good timing at least. He did not actually push fast on there. Becky was looking for some shots across there. Did not get any damage done. The Merchant is in a strong spot as well with that door. Looks like he's trying to battle against Pistons or clean up the freezers. He's in a tough spot there. Nowhere to go, but Rather Sun got... Oh, Omerta on the top side here. Check it out on the top here. Omerta is sneaking through an office. Could be a surprise factor here. He's going to be battling the 1v1 while the other team pushes on the bottom side here. Omerta is a good distraction. Rather Sun God not flinching a muscle as he's going to push in the top side here. Oh, Rather Sun God... Sam on the bottom there, getting pushed. Digital Doctor will be taken up by Kuko on that push. He pulled the trigger, going for the shot, but no, Sam will get the trade. Kuko from behind takes the kill onto Sam as Mackie just takes out Merchant through the pusher. It's a bit of a stutter up in the sides here. Teller ultimately going down from the battling against Pistage. Kuko, oh, gets taken out by Pistage on the recovery. What a play there from Pistage on the backside. Rather Sun God will catch up Mackie on the side. It's down to Revenant in a 1v2. Low on health. Pistage with only a small flare, but Rather Sun God has another position locked down. Revenant gonna have to go for the play here against Rather Sun God, rotating out of the way, but Pistage not really doing a whole lot just yet. Just kind of waiting for sound, waiting for the time to strike here. He knows there's at least two life spots. Pistage. They all know where each other are. It's a 2v1. Can Revenant come up clutch once again? Still in position, battling against Rather Sun God. I'm just kind of waiting for information. Pistage on the flank rotation, though, could be a surprise factor. Is Revenant aware of this? Is he gonna go for the flank here? Is Pistage here coming? Is the question. He's gonna rotate the other way. He'll be going for the pre-fire and freezer. Has to worry about his ammo consumption, of course. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Has to go for the play here. Is running out of time to get these kills. Has to go for it. Already on the bomb, pushing the fuse. Going for the shots. He's 2v1 at once. Rather got not able to shoot through with that auto shotty. Revenant's trying to sneak through here. Trying to go for the play. 50 seconds out of time. And Pistage will ultimately take out Revenant. It's the first round for Rise, 1-4.
Yeah, really huge plays there from Rather Sun God and Pistage, taking it basically from a 4v2 and equalizing that all the way down to winning that round. We're 4-1, but I think that one round might just be the morale boost that Rise needs to hopefully string some more together.
I gotta agree. I think that was a little bit of good teamwork there, a little bit of good luck, but equally just some good teamwork. Essentially, at that spot, there was the play and what got them the win for that round.
Yeah, I think, the way it is, and the way it's going, everything is going to be coming together for Rise hopefully pretty soon. Now, certain Lotus, as we're moving in on the closing of this half, TBD, classic play here on this map, blowing this jungle door. If you have a charge, that's generally what you do on this map. You blow the jungle door, couple that maybe with a beach push. What I'm hoping to see is probably at least 1 or 2 members of TBD jump down into the jungle here. Merchant looking for a rat spot. Hopefully he'll be able to make that work despite this charge going off. He might not escape with his life though, but we'll have to see. Flash placement in the castle. Like it seems like they're really wanting to go for an aggressive, just straight up take here, clearing out this back corner. Because essentially, once you have that, and if you have the manpower to hold this angle, and basically just this angle, you really only need 3 people to do this. Castle essentially becomes irrelevant until they have to kick down the store, and you have the button for that. Now, a lot of things at play, but this castle doesn't have much effect on bomb, unfortunately, just because of all the props in the way. Now, that being said, castle is going to be a huge defining factor for if they're able to make it out of this jungle here. We do see Digi with that mop. Wonder where he's going to be playing, because if he plays a little too close to that red door, he's gone. And that's, unfortunately, as it is kind of funny, it's always bad when it happens, despite it being funny. We see Merchant with KR. Pissage actually bringing out the Saber on this map.
Oh.
Now, I think TBD might be able to counter the super long range play here from Rise, just with that mop and Saber coming out, by just absolutely thumbing out. They're doing a 2-3 split. 2 members going towards that jungle door. Looks like Omerta and Chrome Trigger, and then everyone else from TBD are going to go that beach.
All right, we'll see if it will be the beach of their dreams, or it's going to be, unfortunately, a fast round for TBD. But let's see what happens. They have broken for the red door. So far, Pissage has rotated up and locked it off. Looking for the beach split as well. So far, they've been split up pretty successfully for the defenders. The Merchant is now in that little corner hole there, in the pocket spot there, looking for the time to strike up in the spot here. Just kind of hiding out for now. Digital Doctor in a toholding position now, trying to get the shot towards Chrome Trigger. Did not get the pickup. A Revenant is pushing through the base here. Revenant, nice pick up into Merchant on that side there. Oh, and Kuko will get the pick onto Piston. Looks like on the other side, though, we see Kuko battling out against Sam, but Sam will be able to escape through the castle. Revenant, Maximus, and Kuko take control of the base. Omerta in a strong spot as well on the top side of jungle. Digital Doctor, though, is on the bomb. Seconded by Ra the Sun God. Revenant going for the fast play and push up here. Here comes the play. Revenant gets the pick on a 1, but Ra the Sun God gets the trade up. Maximus going for the battle once again. Going for the flash onto castle. Looks like Sam is kind of caught on the crossfire there. Omerta will catch out Ra the Sun God on the flank. It is down to a 1 player remaining of Sam. The top side trying to battle out against 3 attackers here. It's very tough to do, but Sam can do it. They rotate through pit, trying to stop the bomb defusal. It's going to be too little too late. They're going to get the bomb defusal in time unless he can get an amazing shot off, but it's too little too late. The bomb's been defused. It's the round for TBD. And Sam trying to get at least some revenge kills. Some work done. Gets the pick onto Omerta, but no, gets traded by Kuko.
Yeah, I mean, again, not much to say there. Just super aggressive plays from TBD there that all end up working out. You can see the... Oh, no, we don't get to see the team deathmatch play out. Yeah.
Almost. But still, strong performance from TBD. Really good teamwork. Unfortunately, Rise kind of, well, they didn't rise to the occasion on that one. They had some good teamwork, had some good general positions, but it looks like they just kind of got caught off guard by the push and by the sort of wide-ranging strats from TBD.
Yeah, I mean, TBD is just throwing Rise a lot right now, and Rise has definitely showed up to handle some of it, but I think some of it just kind of comes down to that wire, and, you know, I think in terms of individual player skill, it's hard to refute that TBD is really showing up in that regard with players like Maximus, particularly Kuko's always been a really great player. Revenant, of course, the man himself, the man in charge of new player experience. Basically, go watch Revenant's YouTube videos if you want to learn how to get better at due process. I watch them every once in a while. They don't make me better, but I'm also horrible at the game. So, it is what it is. Whole Zulu here is going to be our first map of the second half, again with the bank. Really interesting vault here, actually, just because of how you can approach this. Green door manager, looks like that's what we're going to get here, coupled with a Loans red door push. I like that. The reason I like that is I think probably taking manager late, and by late I mean probably more like 10 seconds later than you blow the Loans, because what you're probably going to catch is a lot of people rotating out of there to go and fight in accounting and also lobby to hold after this button gets taken. You could probably sneak into that vault, get some kills, secure that defuse, and I think it's probably going to be a 1-1-3 if I had to just shoot in the dark to guess. So we'll have one member on each green door. one person pushes into accounting, another one takes the fight vault, and then probably 3 people push out here and get the frags in hallway is ideally what's going to happen.
Well, we'll see if that happens. We see some good bar placement though from the defenders, and equally good weapon selection and positioning for sure for Rise here. It looks like attackers are leaving the truck now. Murder, the first one out, running solo here. Looks like he's facing a 1v5 on his hands. Rest of the team kind of getting their ducks lined up. They're taking their time, but they're definitely going to be coming into the round here. Murder, first one up though. Maximus and Chrome Trigger following shortly behind him. Let's see what they opt to do here. Kuko and Revenant now finally leaving the truck fully into the round here. They have broken through the vents here. Indeed, they have vented Maximus so far. Not yet.
They have vented. Little sus.
It's a little sussy, but looks like Merchant will get the shot on the Chrome Trigger, getting the kill as well. They did control partially of the Lone's area there, but it's definitely held down by Sam and indeed the Merchant. The Revenant is coming in to support now. The last one alive, at least last one to go in. Brother Sun God as well, now teaming up where Pistage was previously. The Doctor still holding off that angle. They're waiting, at least possibly somebody advance. Themselves no Revenant now pushing through, going for the pre-fire there towards possibly Merchant. Merchant is playing passive alongside Sam as well. Both passive, waiting for them to over-rotate out of Lones. Missing on Murder going for the push here. Revenant going for the fast play against Merchant. Oh, the perfect Molotov forces Revenant back. As going to force Sam to do in the right spot there. Play by Sam, trying to get the shot and killer into Revenant. And that flash, Merchant's going to have to rotate back out of the way. Here comes the push by Revenant. Will he get the kills? Oh, it's a trade! Ultimately, Sam will take out Revenant, but Almerta takes out Merchant. 1v1 on the bottom here. As Ra the Sun God and Digital Doctor still holding it off. Almerta is the last one alive for TBD here on the push and hold here. Still has the Clacker going for the play here. It's a little bit risky. Hold on for the Clacker. Going to go for the KR. Will he escape with his life, or is he going to be tracked down is the question. Looks like Almerta's going to try and escape. Maybe go for the play. He has the doors open. Going to go for the breach for Digital Doctor. And here comes the shot. Almerta gets the kill. Digital Doctor. Ra the Sun God going for the play against Almerta and gets the kill. A good try, but not enough this time. It's going to be Rise taking the round 2-5.
I mean, really, really solid play there from Rise. Huge kill from Merchant there onto Chrome Trigger and Kuko, just spraying through the smoke with that KR. 2-5. You know, Rise is starting to pick it up a little bit. Definitely looking like they can do a lot more here, and I'm fingers crossed they're going to start bringing it to TBD just a little bit more.
Hopefully they can arise to the occasion. It looks like TBD is a little bit on the back foot there after that round. Kind of a bit of a mixed strat there at the very end. It wasn't bad, but for sure some lucky shots from Rise kind of threw him off guard there.
Yeah, and oh, here we go. Ozymandias
What?
Archer, the map named after the man himself, Ozzy.
Wow.
Man, we love you, Ozzy. All your QC, as we attempt to break it, I apologize. Okay, before I tell you about the map, I want to get a zoom in here on the carpet and hallway here. Am I crazy, or does that kind of just look like they took a bunch of throw rugs and just sort of piled them on each other a little randomly?
Looks like a bunch of Wi-Fi signals.
Does. It does, but it's like, look, you have like a full rug here that's covered by this rug here, and then you got this rug. It seems like rug patchwork is not the way to go for a bank, in my opinion.
Yeah, you might get some rug burns in that one.
Oh, Jesus. Well, either way, TBD here. So I do want to know, we have gotten 2 banks in a row. My understanding is that is a glitch. We shouldn't be getting that. But you know what? The more banks, the merrier. Let's be real. Now, from here, I'm really expecting a very aggressive lobby take. Lobby is probably the best way to take this map, honestly, because fast out into this tower, as we see TBD really just pushing for that button, because what this does, taking lobby, you automatically have vault control. Security is easier to control in terms of who comes in and out, and then just full on forcing your way through, powering through literally every form of defense that Rise will throw at you here. The only one who's really going to be able to stop much here is Ra the Sun God, and that position is already called out. Rada has to win his gunfights if he wants to do much here. Pistage about to place down that bar could be huge for Rise, giving them a chance to hold this off.
Exactly. It's going to be a fantastic round to watch. Let's see what they go for. An entire stack up here on the entrance. Looking to make one heck of an entrance here into the bank. Going for the breach, going for the fast point, going for the pre-fire by Revenant, but no damage done yet. Pistage in a strong spot though. Oh, Makuko gets taken up by Ra the Sun God and murdered with the trade. Fast up, but Digital Doctor looking to hold it off there in security. So far the doors are still turned for security. Doctor looking to possibly rotate out of there, but Chrome Trigger going to go for the push here. We'll force him back a little bit there. Unfortunately, take control of the lobby, but that's about it for now. Revenant on the outside, though, looking to pick up the utility. Going to go for the play here. Chrome Trigger takes out Pistage. A nice shot there on that side, and Teller. Oh, but a good Molotov there from Merchant. Going to force them to delay it a little bit. Good Andy with barbed wire there. You see Revenant going for the pre-fire there. Going on long shots across the counting, but nobody's over there. Sam near Spy is not really in range to die to that. Merchant though in a good spot on the rotation back now in hallway. Hide in plain sight. Oh, but Revenant gets the pick and a Merchant going for the play into accounting here. So far, Sam is getting double flashed here, getting a lot of utility there. And Sam has been taken up by Revenant there. Another pickup for him. Bomb door is opening wide. Oh, but Digital Doctor does murder through the side of security there. Catches him off guard. The Digital Doctor getting caught off guard. Has to run, but has some Molotov to hold off the bomb. But no, Chrome Trigger's already on the bomb. As Maximus will take out Digital Doctor, securing the round for TDD and match point as well. The base department able to cast their checks in the bank. It is 6-2.
And you know that if we're going off history here, 7-2 is the same scoreline that TBD just beat Rise at game 1, and now again 7-2 still scientifically a stomp. And I mean, it's hard to argue with the performance like that. You know, basically every member of TBD outside of Kuko there finds 1 kill. Revenant with a 2K, and just a little bit slow and methodical from what I was expecting in terms of just zooming in there, but it really worked out for them, taking those kills one by one and really just winning it. I don't know how else to put it there.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. It was definitely a strong performance from Revenant, and from the TBD side there, they took control of the map, they took control of the defenders in their positions, kind of had an idea of where they were, but were able to figure it out, force them to play the way they want to play, and ultimately it was in for the win. So TBD definitely strong map control, strong presence there, definitely showing Rise where to go, how to play, and how to die ultimately. So it looks like it's fairly certain for a TBD victory here, but anything is possible. We could even see the comeback possibly in Rise.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely can. Now, first of all, first thing to talk about with Grand Paladin, there's only one DDR machine. This is a 0 out of 10 C-store. Like, don't even go here. But it's just a waste of time. But either way, what is great about this is we see the return of the Island Tellers. I do love this a lot. They're just fun. I don't know how else you can really think about it. Like, Island Tellers are just fun. Particularly one of my favorite things to do here is just double charge all the way through. It doesn't really get you anything, but it is funny. Now, we do see lots of barbs coming out here because obviously the storefront play is going to be happening. I think these barbs won't actually do much just because it looks like TBD is wanting to push very hard through fridges, secure that freezer before taking the site. I think that's the right call just because what happens here is bomb diffuses towards the north. And if you take one member of your team and just place them here, yeah, huge wall bang all the way across that map. You're not going to be doing much damage actually with an AP, but it's enough to probably startle someone off of this position. So by banging through 2 doors with the AP, not going to be doing much. 2 barbs, like to see it Rise. You know, going for kind of a ratty position here. I'm not so sure how much that's going to work, but that is a Merchant staple, and I can definitely see his play style influencing what Rise has been doing here. I don't think it's always been working. But you know, it always absolutely can. Looks like we're gonna see Sam with auto shotty this time around, and Merchant taking a KRM. Really good stuff. I like how they've angled the barbs here. That's really important, just because if, for whatever reason, if TBD was to decide to blow this, if this barb is actually too close, it will disappear.
Oh, that's a good play to make. Although it looks like they have some pretty interesting charges up, including flares as well, expecting a possible power play. This should be a fantastic round to watch as we see TBD now leaving the truck and making their way into the bomb zone. They go for the breach to storefront. With the rotation as well. Digital Doctor in a good spot there in office as Pistage and Sam are on the side there of Arcade. Looking to score some points as Raw the Sun Guys playing back in Tellers. Looking for just information for now. They're going to go for the fridge push, but are delayed. A perfect Molotov's going to force them back. Multiple flashbangs in the center here as Twitter goes for the battle against Raw the Sun God. We do see the push on the left side here. Kuko and Makimus going to go through the office side here. Going for a bit of a surprise here. Let's see what they can do. Merchant rotating out of the way. Going to go for the window shot. Going for the battle against Kuko, but did not get the shot and kill that Merchant. Definitely distracting that left side push to the right as the center push here kind of held off as well. Seeing good Molotov on Merchant's spot there. I think he threw that one a little bit, possibly the wrong angle there. Walked on the green door. Seeing no push on the right side here. Arcade now being pushed by a Murder Revenant and Kuko. Looks like Revenant will get the one to piss, but Sam gets the trade onto Revenant, but Kuko takes out Sam on the other side as Mackie Moose takes out Merchant on Office. Chrome Trigger, though, nice shot into Ra the Sun God. It's all down. Digital Doctor last alive in a 1v4. Already on the bomb. Digital Doctor takes out the bomb diffuser, but Omerta gets the trade. And that's going to be the game for TBD. The base department win it 7-2.
7-2. That's it. 2 games, 7-2, 7-2. TBD are your third place winners. They will be getting, I believe it's a $50 prize pool. Don't quote me on that. But they do place third. They do get a podium finish. So fantastic showing from TBD for their first real tournament performance.
Yeah.
Definitely have a lot to learn. I know people were expecting them to place higher, but either way, still really solid games against Rise. And Rise, of course, made it this far. Cannot discount that.
Definitely have performed well, and Rise did a good job too. They definitely struggled on the second game and first game, but definitely had some strong potential in there. They'll definitely be a surprise factor, I think, in the following tournaments. But still, GG's to both teams. It was a fantastic battle there.
Absolutely, GG's a lot of fun to watch. But that was just a warm up. Now, keep in mind, at 3 p.m. Eastern, we are going to see the champions duke it out. Global Breakout, our current reigning major champions, and Yakuza looking to step it up, looking to take it to them. That is coming at 3 p.m. Can't wait for that. Stay tuned. I am Zombie Bacon, and I've been here with Stuff Shark. Thank you so much for watching this wonderful game of Due Process, and stick around.